Hi guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my August empties, and I'm so excited to share these with you. I think I finished about 41 products in the month of August. Normally I've taken the pictures and done the blog post, but because of Labor Day weekend, I'm a little off. So I haven't taken the pictures yet or done the blog post, so I don't know exactly, but when I roughly counted it, it was 41. So we're going to go with that with the calculations. My blog is always listed down below, and that has the specific like account the amount, tell you what I'm counting and stuff like that listed down below. But up until August, so January through July, I'd finished 159 products. So if I finished 41 this month, that means I finished 200 products this year. My goal is to finish 365. I don't know how realistic that is because some months, August and July and August were amazing months. I finished more than the days of the month, but like in September currently, I haven't finished that many products. So unless it starts picking up, I might be less than number of days. Because August 31st is the 243rd day of the year, so I have to kind of make up for 43 products, just because some months I'm working on full-size products and some are just samples, and so it really depends on that. And yeah, so my goal was to finish 365 products. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm very excited to share with you. I have a lot of makeup. I think half of it is makeup again. Last month, half of it was makeup. And I believe this month is too. I'm going to try and start with makeup. It is kind of organized in a pile next to me, but I do wear glasses and or contacts, but I don't have my contacts in, so it's kind of fuzzy if I look over there. So I'm going to try to do the makeup first. If I don't, if I miss one, I'm sorry, but I'll just finish the rest of it. And the rest of it, I'll just add it in, but I'll try and do the makeup first, and this will be a long video. Like I said, there's 41 products, and I like to talk, if you haven't noticed. Okay, we're gonna get started. The first one is, if you watched my August project pan, it is the Glam Natural Cream Blushes, and there were 3 of them in here. They were in Barely There, You Make Me Blush, and After Hours. So I finished these 3 products. I had not even opened them in the month starting in August, and I used all 3 of them, which I'm very excited about. I'm not a huge fan of cream blushes, I've decided, so I don't think I'll repurchase these just because of that. They were great, they were pigmented, they were blendable, but like I said, I'm just not a huge fan of cream blushes, so I won't be repurchasing those. The next thing is the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream. It looks like this. I liked this stuff. It wasn't my favorite. And halfway through, why it's not cut open. And if you've watched my a lot of my products like this, I've cut them open, is it went bad because I've had this for quite a while. I have other BB creams I like and would try over this. But yeah, I was really sad that it went bad, and it just shows me I need to continue using up my products, samples and all. So I used about half of this and then it went bad, so I couldn't fix it. The next 2 are also from my August project pan and July, and these were eyeshadow Cheerios, My Color Impact, and they were Fashion Eyeshadow 1 and Fashion Eyeshadow 2. You can kind of see what colors were left. I couldn't get my brush. They're really powdery, so it really wasn't worth to get these. This side had a light blue and then a purple and pink kind of darker ones, but those kind of all, like the last time I used it, kind of fell out. So these are done. I've had these for years. I'm so excited. I'm trying to work through some eyeshadows because in 2016 I want to do a pan that palette, but eyeshadows like this that are old and there's not very much product left in it, I thought I might as well just try and use those up before I focus on a pan that palette. Because my palette that I'm thinking about doing, I'm doing it because of packaging and it's really large, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be good because even though there's a ton of shadows, it's not a huge like each shadow isn't very big. So anyways, you'll have to stay tuned for like the end of the year for that. Anyways, the next thing was a foundation. It's the CoverGirl Nature Luxe foundation in 315 Bamboo. They do not sell this anymore. I love this foundation. I would have repurchased it, but that was kind of, again, why I didn't cut it open, is I had it for such a long time. I did use like a toothpaste like reeler, I guess, and I got a majority of the product. It was, I could tell, like starting to smell bad and stuff like that, but because it was supposed to expire October of 2012, so 3 years after expiration date. I will continue using products after their expiration date, as long as they still work, they don't smell bad, like nothing is off on them. And this I finished up just in time because the last like day it was starting to smell. So I'm very excited that this is gone, but very sad because I can't repurchase it. So if you know, if you tried this when it was out and you know a foundation that's close, let me know, because I got this when it was new, so I had it for such a long time. I really did not want to use it up. One thing that I got in July was the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow foundation, and this sample, and this was from my sister-in-law. It was in Petal. It was a little bit dark, so I didn't really get it tested out. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. It is pretty dark, so I had to mix it with something, and so I didn't really get a good glimpse if it was good or not. I thought it was pretty good, but I have other foundations that just wowed me a little bit more, ironically, because this is Oxygen Wow. But yeah, so I don't think I'll repurchase this. I might try and see if I can get a sample in my actual color, but my sister-in-law said it was too dark, and I don't mind using foundations that are dark and then mixing in like a moisturizer or something like that, or a BB cream. It doesn't bother me if I can use it up, so that's what I do a lot of times, is mix in a moisturizer or BB cream. So yes, the next two things are Bare Minerals. I've had these for years. Again, they expired quite a long time ago, and this is in Bisque and Summer Bisque. This one's supposed to have SPF 20. Of course, the expiration date has long passed, so the SPF has long passed. But basically, these were just like loose face powders. They did have a sifter in them, but I took them out because I wanted to get all the product out. So they were just face powders. They did make my face look a little bit on the cakey side, but overall I really like these. I like translucent ones a little bit better, just because my skin tends to change colors and it's really hard to match it. So ones that have color I don't really like, because then I have to make sure it doesn't look super weird, like with my foundation or whatever. So I won't be repurchasing these, but I really like them and thought they were nice powders. The next thing is a mascara, and this is the Mally Volumizing Mascara. I am terrible with mascara. You might think this is gross, but I use it until they dry up, and it's dried on. And I got this a year ago in July, and I used it pretty much every day for a year. It's a very, very wet formula. Here it goes. So it took a long time for it to like dry up. It wasn't volumizing though. It was very lengthening, and this is in a really weird packaging. Normally it's silver with like purple writing, but this is just the Mally Volumizing. And I got this in my Birchbox, that's why I was like weird packaging. And then it had a like the actual like cap didn't look like this. It came off, but again, it lasted me a year, and I was like, I'm not gonna throw it away. It's not hurting my eyes. My eyes are very sensitive, and it wasn't hurting my eyes, so I was like, I'm not gonna throw it away. It's not even hurting my eyes. I'm gonna keep it, and I used it for a complete year, and so that's awesome. And so now I moved on to new mascaras, which is awesome. Another thing I got in my Birchbox, this was in the winter time though. It was a Temp 2 highlighter in Champagne Shimmer. It was a little bit dark for me in the winter time, but it was gorgeous. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It's right here. It's gorgeous, and it worked really well. I was using a darker foundation just by itself, and this worked really, really well with it. I wouldn't repurchase this one just because I'd rather have a white highlighter or like a silvery highlighter versus a like a champagne dark color. But I love the color, and it was a little too watery. I was going to use it as an eye base, but it was a little too watery for that. So I had to use it as a highlighter, which I really, really liked it as a highlighter. Don't get me wrong. It was just a little dark, I guess, for my fair skin. The next thing is the Benefit Confessions of a Concealaholic palette. Now, this is what these are stuck on there. So what they look like, there were 2 brushes, Eye Bright, Lemonade, 2 brushes, Erase Paste, and That Gal. June's Empties had That Gal. I don't know if the Lemonade was in my July Empties. I can't remember. This is the Eye Bright packaging. These are the 2 brushes, and then these are the Boing 1 and 2. The only thing I have left from this palette is this Erase Paste, and I'm working on it, and I'll bet it'll be in my September. I'm hoping it'll be in my September Empties. It's in my September project pan, so hopefully. I've been using it every day for like 3 or 4 months, and it had a dip in it already, so this stuff is so thick. It's amazing, and you don't need very much, which is normally a great thing, especially with how pricey the full size is. But when you're project panning and trying to get rid of things, it's not a great thing. But so this, I ended up taking the palette apart because it was in like a thick package. So these are all Empties. I'm throwing away these brushes as well. They're kind of hard to wash, and I used this small one for the Eye Bright and Lemonade, and this bigger one for the Boing concealers, and I like them, but I have a ton of brushes and I don't want to keep these. So all of these are Empties. I will be counting Lemonade if I didn't count it in my July, and I can't remember. But those are all Empties. So Erase Paste, hopefully you'll see in my September Empties. I want to keep saying July Empties. It's not July. It is September. The next thing that I depotted and I got in my July Birchbox was the Balm Desert bronzer and blush. This is the packaging, and then this was the little container it was in. I used it as a bronzer. It worked really well because it had a like pink tone to it instead of an orange tone, so it worked really, like, it blended really well with my like coral blush I was using. But I did have to depot it because the way it was in here, I couldn't get the edges. But I finished this in August, and I'm very excited about that. I don't know if I'll repurchase it. I want to try a few other bronzers that I've heard great things about that had just the slightest too much pink in it for a like contour color. So I don't know. The next thing is the Courtesy Face Broad Spectrum Tinted Natural Skin Tone. I got this to my Birchbox, I believe, about a year ago. A lot of this stuff is Birchbox, just to let you know. Because I've been getting it every month for years. I pay for it by myself, so it's not sponsored or anything. And two, besides that, I've been on a low buy. So basically, I haven't been buying very much, and so all the things that I've been getting, a lot of them are Birchbox or someone's given to me, or I've had them for a very long time. Like those Bare Minerals, the eyeshadows I've had for such a long time. This I got in my Birchbox, again, a year ago, so quite a long time for this little bitty sample. But it was darker. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I was really excited when I saw this in my Birchbox. For a very weird reason, because when I saw it was tinted, I love tinted things. They usually work really well with my skin tone. This did not. It was dark, and that made me happy because I feel like most people are darker than me in some way. And so this made me happy. It was darker. I had to use it in the summertime, and this summer I mixed it in with a foundation, actually this CoverGirl foundation at one point, to darken it up just the slightest when I was starting to get a little, like, it works really well with my skin tone. So I finished this, and I'm really excited that I finished it. It was a little sample. I don't know if I would purchase it just because it is a darker one, and I'd rather just get a regular BB or CC cream. The next product is Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer in Champagne. I've had this, I've been using this since February, and I had like this much think like this much left in February. It was a huge bottle. I liked it. I wanted it to have a little more coverage. I want to get the Bare Minerals Primetime Brightening one, because it was a little more tinted than this. It was very similar to this. This had a little more like shimmer than I remember the Primetime one having, but the Primetime has a little more coverage, which I really like. And yeah, because if your primer can have a little coverage, that's less like product in general you have to put on, because I'm already putting on a primer. I think it makes a huge difference when I'm at work for a long time and get sweaty and have to deal with things. So primers are important for me, and so if they can have a little bit of coverage, then I am so excited about it, because that's one, like, I don't have to put as much concealer or foundation on, whatever the case may be. So the last thing that I believe is makeup related is this brush, and I don't know where I got this brush, but I am getting rid of it and throwing it away because it keeps, I don't know if I'm going to, you know, it's probably not going to do it now, but if you just like use it, it's got these little black hairs all over your face. And I was using this as a highlighter, and I usually put on highlighter last, and so I was doing that, and then it was black. It was not working for me, so this brush is going away. The next thing, the beauty items, is the Benefit Total Moisture Facial Cream. I got this in my Birchbox this summer, I believe. I really liked it. The only thing about it, it didn't seem as like thick as a facial cream that I thought it would be, but it didn't have any SPF. I thought this consistency would be wonderful in the morning, but I think it's really important in the morning and to have the SPF, and I like to have it in a few different products. Even if my foundation has SPF or whatever has SPF, I'd like to have it in different places, because like I've said, I have a lot of makeup, and so I'm trying to work through it. So if I make sure a decent amount of my products has SPF, one of them is bound to not be expired, to be honest. So I was a little sad, but I loved this jar and the packaging. I have some other creams that I like, and I'm still trying to find a night cream, so I might end up giving this another try, getting like the full size, but I have ones I need to work through currently, and then we will maybe repurchase this. It's a possibility. I just don't like that it doesn't have SPF, so I have to use it only at night, or mix it in during the day with something else that has SPF. So that's what I got, something in my Birchbox this month, and I love it. So it's like the better consistency for the day than even this, and it has no SPF. It's just so frustrating to me. I finished up 2 face wipes. I don't usually buy face wipes. I got this in a Target beauty box, and I liked them, but I don't know. I just don't feel like they're worth it, because I can just wash my face multiple times, and I feel like these are more expensive. So these help me get more in the I'll wash my face mood, though. I don't know. I sometimes have a hard time I go through phases where I don't really like washing my face, and sometimes my face does perfectly fine, like I can't tell a difference, and sometimes it starts breaking out. This these didn't make it break out. I'm not a huge fan of coconut, and the reason I got these is because they said they were hydrating, and at the time my skin was really dry, and it was a Birchbox order, and if you like review products, you get points, and every like 100 points you get $10 to their store. But you have to, like, if you're using $50, you have to use $50. And so I was using, like, I don't remember how much, but like 50, let's just say $50. And but my total is only like 43, but I was gonna have to use all $50. So I was like, I'm just gonna put these in, and ended up that it was like exactly $50. So that's why I got this and then these. So I don't usually buy those, but yeah. The next thing is something else I got in my Target beauty box, and that's the Olay Fresh Outlast Cooling White Strawberry and Mint Body Wash. I really like this. I might get the full size of this because I'm not very picky with body washes. They don't really matter to me, so I never really will buy high-end body washes because I don't see a point. I haven't seen anyone that just like wows me. The next thing is a body lotion, and it is the Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin body lotion. My in-laws, my sister-in-law, I think, gave this to me. And I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. I found like my favorite Bath & Body Works lotion this month. Oh my gosh, loved it. This, I don't think I'd repurchase. I liked it. It was okay, but I would definitely get the body cream over these, but my sister-in-law happened to give me this, so I'm not going to complain, and I'll use it. I just mix it in with a thicker foundation, or not thicker foundation, a thicker body cream. Still on the makeup. This is my favorite though. The Aspen Caramel Woods, best lotion ever. It says it is a blend of juicy plum, white aspen woods, and whipped caramel wrapped in bourbon, vanilla, and jasmine blossoms. I love it. It's just like a bunch of scents put together, and it's just like one of my favorite scents that I've ever smelled from Bath & Body Works. And this is a fall time one, so I might have to check them out here soon and see if they have the Aspen Caramel Woods again. Again, this is one my sister-in-law gave me, and I love it. Would definitely get the body cream version of this though. And you know, if they had scents and stuff like that, I love this scent. It's amazing. The next thing is something that I've had for quite a while. I believe like 3 years. And that's the St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub. Invigorates and smooth skin. Looks like this. It's supposed to be 100% natural exfoliants. It was very, very exfoliating. I would use this every morning. My skin does really well with exfoliants every day, every morning. But I would mix this in most days with a regular cleanser that was more moisturizing, just because this was a little harsh, and they did have thicker, I don't know, thicker exfoliants, if you can see that. So I don't think I'd repurchase this. I'd rather look for a scrub that's a little bit thinner. I'm using one right now that I really like, but yeah, so I liked it, but I wouldn't repurchase it, most likely. The next thing is a body lotion that I got in my Birchbox. I have no idea when. It's the Toca Cleopatra, which is grapefruit and cucumber hand cream. I don't use hand cream when I just use these as body lotions after I get out of the shower. I don't put a lot of lotion on during the day or as a hand cream or anything like that, especially in the spring, summer, and fall. Every once in a while in the winter, if my hands get really bad, I will. But I usually just do it after a shower. So that's what I use this as. I like cucumber, but I do not like the scent of grapefruit, so I won't repurchase this. I don't know if they have body creams. I did find this really, really moisturizing, but if they have body creams, I would think about it, but I wouldn't get a hand cream. Sorry, I had to change locations. The next one is the Jara Radiance Enzyme Scrub. Brightens and exfoliates, minimizes pores for all skin type. I got this in my Birchbox again. I really liked it. It had finer exfoliants than the St. Ives one, so I would repurchase this one over this one, but I'm still like experimenting with different scrubs and my face in general, so I wouldn't like go out and repurchase it right away. The next thing is the Macadamia Nourishing Moisture Oil Treatment. I like this stuff. I want to just use one product for detangling, shining, moisturizing type of thing, so I like that it's a 10 a lot better than having like 3 or 4 different products. That's what I'm trying. A lot of my products, I want to see if I can find ones that I like. I don't have to mix it with anything, like it's just fine. I don't mind using a lot of products, like mixing them a lot to get what I want, with whether that's foundation or things for my hair or face, whatever it is, but I'd rather have that one product, so that's what I'm looking for. But to finish products, I don't mind mixing it, but with this I had to use kind of a volumizer too, because sometimes even if I just put it at the ends, it just seemed to weigh it down, and my hair's already very not moisturized or not volumized, so it just like I had to use a moisturizer with this. And since I only put it at the ends, I like to put, you know, a different spray that kind of makes it shine at the top, so yeah, I wouldn't repurchase that just because I want to use It's a 10 and it has lots of benefits. 10 benefits. The thing that I used to shine a lot of times was the Oribe Wave and Shine Spray. I used a different sea salt spray than this. Sea salt sprays don't do anything. I used a sea salt spray today. And I even had my hair in like a bun for like 2 hours because I had to go do stuff. And it still is like pin straight, which is wonderful, but you know, the sea salt sprays just don't work, or wave sprays just don't work. But the shine, I really liked it. It made my hair shine, and so I mixed these two and a volumizing one and a sea salt one and kind of made it work. But I just want to have that one product, if that makes sense. So I also used up the Opifika Intensive Hair Serum. It's kind of similar to this. It worked really well. But again, I don't want to have more than one product. The next thing is the Real Chemistry Luminous 3-Minute Peel. This, some days it worked really well, and other times I tried it, it just didn't. Because you're supposed to put a light layer of this all over your face. I cut it open. It wasn't this small, but you're supposed to put a light layer all over your face and then like rub it, and there was like balls. And that was like the dead skin. Gross, but you know, whatever. But some days when I was trying to put the light layer on, it was just like ball up instantly, and I couldn't get it, and it was just, so I don't think I'll repurchase that. I have other masks. I like mud masks better, and mud masks seem to do a little bit more for my face, like just in general. Like that made it like feel really smooth, but mud masks I feel like just make my face feel like firmer too, which I really like. So there's that. Another lotion I finished was one my sister-in-law gave me. It's the Nebe Natural and Organic Radiance Body Lotion. I didn't see any radiance effects to it. It was like a good lotion, but I didn't see any like radiance. I wouldn't repurchase it, but it was nice to use. So there's that. The last lotion, I think. The last lotion is the Body Drenched Daily Replenish Moisture Lotion with a kiss of summer and a hint of color. This I've had for a long time. However, it still did give my skin a little bit of color. I used it mainly on my legs just to give them a little bit of color because they don't tan as easily as my arms do. And so I mixed it in with a lot of the lotions because I didn't want it like so intense. So I'd mix it in with the other lotions and stuff. So I would get those type again, but again it was old, so I didn't get like the full effect of it. But yeah, that's why I really am trying to go through my products, because I have so many and like they don't get used. I finished up this Joico K-Pack Restruct shampoo. It's supposed to repair damage. I don't have a ton of damage in my hair because my hair is just pinned straight. It looks pretty nice. Like this is out of the shower, like set in a bun for a little bit and then just combed. So I don't have a lot of damage, so I don't really need shampoos that do like work on damage. It did smell really nice, but I have I'm using Herbal Essence right now. That's so much cheaper than this. I got this from my mom, but the Herbal Essence is so much cheaper, and I feel like it does such a good job. Just like I don't see a difference in these, and it might just be like my type of hair, because I know some people like see such a difference in drugstore and high-end, but I don't. So I'm gonna just stick with my drugstore ones and not repurchase this due to price, because I don't feel like I need to spend that. Even if I could, like, why? If I can save money and it does the same thing. The other body wash that I finished this month was the Avito Energizing Body Cleanser, and I really liked it. I thought it was really energizing. It had like a mint scent to it, but minus days like today, which is Labor Day when I'm filming this, that I like shower in the morning. Normally I shower at night, so energizing, I don't really want an energizing one for the evening time, so I wouldn't repurchase this. It's a great one if mint really helps you wake up. If you take a shower in the morning, this would be great, but I don't. I take it at night because my hair takes forever to dry. This is like 4 hours later and it's still like a little wet. But yeah, so I really liked it. I would think about repurchasing it if I showered in the morning, because things like that really do help me, but I don't, so I won't think about repurchasing it. the Derma E Evenly Radiant Brightening Day Cream SPF 15. This is what it looked like. I used it honestly mainly in the evening and not the day. I did like that SPF 15. I really did like that. And it was a thicker cream. So my skin, in the morning when I'm getting ready, I don't have a lot of time. So I'll wash my face, put a like moisturizer on it, leave it for just a couple minutes maybe, and then I put on a primer. And so I want something that's thin, that will easily go in really quickly, and this was really moisturizing, but it stayed on my skin. So that's why I used it mainly at night, because I don't, after moisturizer, I don't put anything else on, and normally I moisturize like 30 minutes before I go to bed anyways, so it has time to soak in even before I get to my pillow. So yes. The next thing was the Wish Shave Cream in Blueberry. I don't use a lot of shave cream. My skin, again, it doesn't need it, so I don't go out of my way to repurchase it, but this was in Blueberry. I love the scent. Got it in my Birchbox. I don't think I'll repurchase it as of right now. I might if my skin starts getting a little more sensitive. Sorry, my hair is like keep getting in my face. If my skin starts getting more sensitive, because I'll just kind of put body wash on it in general, just like a light layer, and then shave, and it doesn't like, you know, very lucky, but it doesn't do anything. My skin's still soft and everything, so I don't see the necessity for shave cream right now. I might get it later on, but as of right now, I don't feel the need. The last thing was something I was so excited my sister-in-law gave me. It was the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. Got this in my Birchbox, loved it, used it up, wanting to repurchase it, but I have so many other face washes, and then Birchbox will send me face washes, which I really like trying out. And again, my face isn't super sensitive. Like my skin doesn't have a lot of issues with things, so which is good, but then it's harder to find like your holy grail, because if a lot of them work, you're like, well, what, you know, but they don't, a lot of them work per se, like they don't make my skin irritated, but they don't do a lot either. I really like this for the night because it was like really thick, and I felt like, especially in the winter time, because I use mine up in the winter time, this is my sister-in-law's, that I could like get away with when I put a moisturizer on. It really helped my skin when it was dry, and then the summertime I could almost get away with no moisturizer or very light one, and so it worked really well with this. I'm thinking about getting the full size, especially in the winter time when my face is a little more dry, but I need to work through the face washes that I have, and that's what I'm currently doing. The last two things, we're almost finished. I told you this is going to be such a long video. It's going to be such a long video to edit, but that's okay. Is two like non-beauty house related things. This is delicious, 100% natural ingredients, true lime, and this is black cherry limeade. It's delicious. Got it at Walmart for a few dollars. Definitely recommend. I love water, but I get kind of bored with it, and I like crave like some other taste, so limeade and lemonade I love. So this was really great, and I think it was 10 calories per pack, and that's obviously not bad at all. The next thing was the Scentsy baked apple pie. I got a Scentsy like 6 years ago and finally used this up. It smells so strong. I put it in a Scentsy in my kitchen and started, and my brother-in-law came up and was like, "What are you baking?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm baking nothing. Just the Scentsy." But it smells so good. In these packs, I have 3 Scentsy's around my house, so I usually do 2 and 2. I only had 4 left, so the basement doesn't smell like apple pie, but everybody else does. So I really like this. I don't order from Scentsy. Like I said, I got Scentsy like an actual like candle warmer and some of these for my birthday one year, and we're finally using them up because I get a lot of them from Walmart and just kind of test them out. They're only a few dollars, and so yeah. Anyways, that was my empties. It's such a long video, I know. Thank you for sticking with me. Let me know if you have empties, if you're trying to finish up 365, and let me know how that's going, because I'm trying. Okay, I will talk to you later, and have a great day. Bye!